Welcome back. As the midterms approach, a battle is brewing for the leadership of the Democratic Party. So I went to Washington, D.C. to sit down with a progressive who may just be the secret weapon Liberals have been waiting for. Donald Trump has built a zombie army of supporters by telling it like it is.
I just said it. I didn't care. Honestly, I want to say what's right. I don't care.
While the current Democratic leadership seems so scared to say the wrong thing, they practically say nothing at all.
But because he...
Democrats desperately need new blood, and there's one hip, up-and-coming progressive who's been turning some heads. 72-year-old Congresswoman Barbara Lee. She's in the Congressional Black Caucus, Progressive Caucus, Pro-Choice Caucus, LGBT Caucus. She knows Bono, HIV/AIDS, Healthcare Task Force, and of course the Asian Pacific American Caucus. If you look up the term woke in the dictionary, you'll see her picture next to it. Really? She's credited with coining the term. And she might just make history.
Congresswoman Barbara Lee is jumping into the race to become the first African-American woman to hold a House leadership post.
So I travelled to Washington, D.C. and got Barbara Lee to take a break to talk with me. First of all, your button. Can you tell me a bit about that?
We have to constantly stay woke because we have someone in the White House who is trying to destroy our democracy.
Plus, he's just a bit of an asshole with the way he tweets.
I don't understand him at all. He's strange. He's different.
He is an odd man. Barbara Lee speaks her mind about Donald Trump, and she's on the front line defending California from the overreach of his stubby little fingers. Can you tell me about the Reefer Act?
The Reefer Act.
Yeah.
The Refer Act.
Ah, the Refer Act.
We in California have passed recreational and medicinal, so the federal government needs to stay out of our business.
I wasn't far off, right?
And so we're saying...
Why don't you call it the Reefer Act? That's a lot more fun.
If you smoke, it's reefer. If you don't, it's refer.
Or have we seen an increase in drug-related problems?
There's been no increase in crimes.
Plus, also, the sale of Doritos must have gone through the roof now.
Let's hope that...
Do you partake a little bit?
Do I eat Doritos?
No.
I don't even drink wine.
What's your advice? Come on.
I don't have any. I work.
So you're a workaholic.
Well, I water my plants. I love flowers and plants.
Wow, that's boring even for a Democrat. But maybe it's her love of flowers that help her sniff out GOP bullshit on issues like immigration.
These children especially are traumatized. ICE has created unwarranted fear in many of our communities.
Most of the cities in my district are sanctuary cities. We're prohibiting our local police from conspiring with Trump's ICE raiders.
The ICE raiders, they sound like they're out of Star Wars, right? You don't want the ICE raiders coming over to your house.
People are living their lives. They don't deserve to live in fear.
Could I be, as an Australian, could I be attacked by an ICE raider? I've never had any anger towards me coming over here.
But you don't look black or brown.
So it's not really an immigration thing at all,
No, it's keep America white.
Yeah. Barbara Lee isn't afraid to call out racism, especially when it comes to kids. Recently, taking Education Secretary Betsy DeVos to school.
Madam Secretary, you just don't care much about civil rights of black and brown children. This is horrible.
Gentlelady's time's expired.
You're a big critic of Betsy DeVos.
Oh, my God.
What's up with you and the DeVos?
She was either cutting or zeroing out the offices of civil rights within the Department of Education. I am not going to accept that as a person who supports public education. And quite frankly, I wish that she would leave.
Take that. What's your opinion on sex education in our schools?
Young people need to know how to prevent unwanted pregnancies. And this administration has taken us backwards.
I never had sex education. My mother was a substitute teacher. I just walked in one day. This is true. And it was just my mother with a chart, and she just pulled it down like this. And she went, here's a penis, here's a... And I went, all right, well, I'm not showing up to this class again. So I never had one piece of sex education.
Me either, and I was a teen pregnant mom.
You're a teen?
Yeah, I was pregnant when I was a teenager, sure. I would have wanted to have comprehensive sex education.
Right, so your kids are watching right now, so you're basically saying you didn't want them, right?
No, I
can say that about my son. Like, I love him dearly, but if I could have a life without you, Hank. It's easy to blame Republicans for the problems facing America, but Democrats could use a hardworking, woke leader like Barbara Lee to stand up to the electoral dysfunction of Donald Trump's presidency.
We can get there, I believe, and say no to all of the ugly stuff.
Don't be an asshole.
I can't say that. You can.
But it's right.